Now you can send a letter, or a package for that matter, to Pistero Road in the Mango Lagoon, and it'll arrive here. The kids already received a bunch of letters. We got more tour dates on the lagoon, and that means we are gonna stay here. The early tour plan suggested that we were going to keep moving around until someone, I think it was Raven, figured out that you'd have the shortest distance to all known tour locations if you just stayed near the Kalimanjaro airport a couple of miles from here. So we're staying in the lagoon. This morning, the kids are going downtown, being serious now about decorating their rooms. Looking for stuff, getting used to the idea that we're moving in for good now. Here at the house, at the beach, instead of just living out of our bags, which we've done for a while now. And also they're returning to their own little spots downtown. Keep ordering their favorite things. Drinks and meals are cheap around here. And they were going to the Space Research Center today to visit Lara's foster parents, who are working there. But that's only possible when the place isn't too busy, and today they called up Lara and told her that she'd have to come by with her friends on another day, and that they were very sorry about this. But today the lab was unusually busy, for some reason. And I'm not quite sure what happened after that, but apparently they had no plans for the day, so they went for a walk on the beach, and somewhere across the Blue Pelican there's part of the beach which is surrounded by a fence. In there you've got the sand building competitions, which the kids ended up joining. I wasn't there, I was trying to save a Raven and Troy beach concert, and this is not something we normally do, but Craig and Toby needed some help. Our house isn't far away from the stage at the beach, so I had my little heroic moment, being the engineer on the spot, saving the day, or perhaps more accurate, cutting off some electrical equipment that wasn't doing what it was supposed to. I think I did a pretty good job. I'm not a musician or anything, but I can cut a wire. No? Because I'm cool like that. Okay? Cool me. What the rest is about and how they managed to organize all those cables and what connects what, I have no idea. So anyway, the kids kept struggling with the sand on the beach and didn't return for lunch. And I ended up asking Craig to stop by and take a look to see if they were all right. And apparently everything was fine. They were completing their piece for the competition. And everybody who went over there seemed to know what this sand sculpture was depicting. I didn't know what it was. It looked like a spaceship, which I guess you'd expect now that they didn't get to go to the Space Center today. And I also think it helped them to an extent that all the other kids who participated were from the hotels. Conceptualized holiday resorts. It seemed to bring out a strange competitive element in the kids, you know. You have to fight harder when you're an orphan. And sometimes that's a good thing. They ended up winning and came back with prizes. They didn't mention anything to Raven or Troy or me or any of the crew members. I mean, we could have showed up and cheered. They went through the whole thing without much support from any of us and just came back in the evening. And then they went straight into answering letters from their friends. And these are all done by hand, which is unusual. Old friends, new friends, some who stopped by at the beach concert, Cookie, Snowflake, and Babe, who are living in the big cities now, musicians that Raven and Troy used to play with, and their kids. There's a huge network. And there's no doubt that the music somehow keeps them together, and that the tour dates of Raven and Troy also serve as a way of pinpointing time and place, where they can all see each other. And the letters are pretty clear. They talk about two things: toy making for charity and space traveling. And of course how they'll all be gathered in the wintertime. And the kids, they're not stopping, they're answering those letters one by one. Until they're done, they can go swimming. And so I sit here with my notebook, going over my scribbles and sketches of the local architecture here, feeling a bit left out of things, actually, as I often do. With Raven here on the porch, hammering away on her laptop, keeping track of all this stuff that goes into touring, and Troy, who's here, somewhere, writing new material. And as long as Raven and Troy are needed out there, we are here. I should be going back maybe, but as time passes, I have less and less to go back to. And if this tour gets extended once more, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised by very many things anymore.